Here with UWL lacrosse head volleyball coach Amber Dunn as the Eagles complete their first day of practice of the 2018 season. Coach, before we talk about last year and this year, what did you do for fun this summer?
I spent a month in New York. My boyfriend lives out there, so I spent a month back out there, and I got back to Wisconsin. I'm expecting a new nephew here in the next 7 days, so getting a little extra quality family time in there.
Now let's review last year, your first year as your head coach. You advanced to the regional semifinals, went 22-7 overall, 7-0 in the WIC, get an automatic bid to the national championships. Just talk about you did lose a lot, of course, from that team last year, but just talk about what you learned last year as a coach and how that year went for you.
Yeah, I think last year was certainly a successful season for us. We did some really nice things. We had a great group of leadership in our seniors. I think for us, the WIAC is always a tough conference, and so we're always gearing up and getting ready to go.
Your second season as head coach here at UW Lacrosse, the coach of the year last year in the conference, what you learned in your first year here at UWL?
Yeah, well, I think just reiterating how competitive the conference is. I'm privileged to be able to work with 6 other coaches in our league who are pretty incredible, who go the extra mile to find those top student athletes for their programs, and so you're going to get a good game every night. I think for me, coming back this year, I think the biggest piece for us is finding ways to get our kids to just be a little bit more mindful, having some gratitude and really stressing some of those character things that we talk about. We've got great kids. I know they're talented. There's no doubt about that. But getting them on to the Eagle volleyball way is where we're headed.
You're one of 4 teams receiving votes in the preseason coaches poll. You're picked at 4th in the conference. Just talk about the WIC this year, what you expect.
Yeah, I mean, those preseason polls are always really interesting. I think, losing 5 seniors and some of that leadership is certainly going to take its toll on us. But like I said, I feel like we filled those gaps pretty well with some awesome, talented incoming players. I'm really excited to see what they have to offer here in the next couple of weeks.
You do have 6 letter winners returning from last year. Marissa Johnson was an all-conference performer. Just talk about the returners you have and some of the youth that you will have, newcomers you do have in this year's squad.
Yeah, I think, a year ago we were at this time a little bit less healthy than we are right now. I think we're fresh, we're ready to go. Marissa returning is going to be outstanding for us. We've also got Kat Moss in the middle, who I think suffered a concussion early on in the season last year and wasn't able to kind of sustain the month of September, and so I think she could have been an all-conference player at some point had she had those extra matches in there. Coming in, we've got a slew of freshmen. Our first years, we've got a couple transfers who we're really excited about. A defensive player from Hofstra University transferring in, and our freshmen, for the most part, I think very athletic, very talented. Really excited to see what they have to offer. For us, I think we've been spending the last 6 to 7 months talking about what it's going to be like bringing in a new set of faces and some new ways, and how we can incorporate, bringing those people into our program and showing them the Eagle volleyball way, but mostly just getting them on board and showing them, that we love them and that we care about them, and we're headed in the right direction. And so this morning was our first step towards that. We're really excited to see how they grow, but I think the biggest piece is just getting them on board, making them feel comfortable, and allowing them to become leaders in who they are while they're here.
You open your season August 31st, September 1st at the Lakeland University Invitational. You're playing in 5 invites this year. Just talk about your schedule, especially your non-conference schedule.
Yeah, so I think especially here in the WIAC, we've got to do a great job of playing competitive non-conference matches. And so if we want a shot at getting that AQ on some level at some point throughout the season, we've got to make sure we're competing. And so, I think we've got a good mix in there. We've got Wheaton, we've got Carthage, we've got Augsburg, adding in some MIAC teams. We've got some of the Iowa schools. We've got Cohen there, Wartburg. And so, again, I think just staying consistent with that heavy artillery and playing those tough matches to keep us in a position where we can compete for that AQ.
Of course, Coach Dunn played at Viterbo University. That'll be your first home match this year against the V-Hawks, who, of course, I think are ranked number 4 in the country in the preseason poll. So just talk about that first home match that you coming up against the V-Hawks.
Yeah, obviously playing at Viterbo, it's always been a rival when I was across town, but now that we're here in lacrosse, I'm excited. We watch them, we follow them, we support Viterbo just as much as we support our Eagles. We're really excited about the match. Competitive, 2 totally different styles of volleyball, but it's a great way to get the community together and convince them of how awesome volleyball really is. So,
thanks, Coach. Good luck this season.
Thanks.